Hey everyone, I'm Jeff Finkston, lead pastor at Life Church at Titusville. If you are a believer, if you have a personal relationship with God, but you just feel like life has just been beating you down recently, you just feel like you've been attacked on every side, then we have a quick word of encouragement for you. This is an excerpt from a message that was shared by our director of dance, drama, and design at Life Church, Sarah Bowen. We pray that God will use this to encourage your heart. Thanks for watching.
Good morning, church. So last week, the pastor started talking about the armor of God. He referred to the belt of truth, which we all should be wearing. Truth of the matter is, we should be wearing the entire armor of God. The moment that our foot touches the ground in the morning, we should be putting on that armor of God one boot at a time, because we know that sometime in our day or our week or our month, we're going to have a battle. And we have to be prepared for that battle. And if we're not prepared, then we get into trouble. The belt of truth, we know, is the truth that God has given us, that He is watching out for us, and that He's our Father, and that He loves us, and that He gave His only Son for us so that we can live our lives, hopefully in ordinance of how He wants us to. But when you're not dressed in your full armor of God, there comes a problem. The enemy. It could be somebody you know. It could be somebody you don't know. It could be anything. The enemy will attack, and we need to be ready. The question is, why? Why does the enemy attack us? We think, 90% of the time, that it is only a test from God. But it's not only a test from God. It is also a remembrance of our testimony from God and what God has done for us in our lives through the battles that we have waged and through the battles that we have walked through. You get up in the morning, things are going great. Your bills are paid, you have food in your pantry, you have heat, you have air conditioning, you have clothes on your back, and you have your health, and life seems to be going in a positive direction. But then, out of nowhere, a wall appears. You begin to struggle with your worth, and you feel inadequate in what you're meant to do. You suddenly feel like you're not enough. Your confidence in your mission begins to waver. You begin to doubt yourself and your faith. But why? You're being attacked by the enemy, but you don't understand why the enemy has chosen you. You've been obeying your calling, doing all the right things. So why is the enemy attacking you in full force? You've paid your tithes. You've spent time in worship and prayer. You're attending church and being a good Christian. So why have you become a target? This is one of the answers that come from the belt of truth. You are being attacked because you are drawing closer to God. You are being attacked because despite the hardships you may be facing, you continue to seek God. Even if it's a struggle, you get on your knees and you pray every morning. You speak into your hands the issues that you're having and ask God, please help me. You are crying out to Him, and the enemy doesn't want that. Genesis 50:20 says, "You intended me harm, but God intended it all for good. He brought me into this position so I could save the lives of many." And I know what you're thinking. How can one person, myself, save the lives of many? The answer is your testimony. If you don't share what you've been through and how you came through it with God's help, nobody's going to know the greatness and worthiness of God. Nobody's going to know. John 10:10 says, the thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. But God comes to bring life. So, if you feel that the enemy has stolen your confidence, he has stolen your courage, he has stolen your need to share your testimony, remember that out of your testimony comes life. Ephesians 6:11 says, pray in the Spirit on all occasions. All occasions. Not some, not part, not only when things are good, but all occasions. With all kinds of prayers and requests. And with this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. Whether the people know God or they don't, pray for them. Because if nobody prays for them, how can their lives be saved? We need to pray for those who have not seen God, who have not sought God, and who have no idea what God is all about.